Social media in 2026 is not about having the biggest budget, the best camera, or the most followers. It is about understanding attention. Attention is the currency of the internet, and anyone who learns how to earn it can win. You can start today with 0 followers, 0 reputation, and 0 experience, and still build an audience if you are willing to do the work. The first thing you must understand is consistency. Most people quit before they even begin. They post 3 videos, get 10 views, and suddenly they believe the system is broken. But growth on social media is not a lottery ticket. It is a long game. The creators who win are the ones who show up every single day. 1 video today, another tomorrow, another next week. Over time, the algorithm begins to understand your content, and the audience begins to recognize your voice. The second thing that matters is authenticity. People in 2026 are smarter than ever. They can instantly detect fake energy, forced motivation, and content that is created only for views. The internet rewards realness. Speak honestly. Share what you are learning, what you are building, and what you are struggling with. When people feel the truth in your message, they begin to trust you. Next, understand the power of short-form content. Platforms are built around fast attention. A powerful 15-second video can reach more people than a long, perfectly edited video. Focus on clear ideas, simple messages, and strong hooks in the first 3 seconds. If you capture attention quickly, the algorithm will push your content further. Another powerful strategy is engagement. Social media is not a billboard, it is a conversation. Reply to comments, answer questions. Thank people who support you. Spend time interacting with the community around your niche. When people feel seen and heard, they become loyal followers who share your content with others. Also remember that documenting your journey is often more powerful than trying to create perfection. You do not need to be the ultimate expert. Share what you are learning today. Show the process, the mistakes, the lessons, and the small wins. Audiences love to watch growth in real time. Finally, patience is everything. The biggest mistake new creators make is expecting results too quickly. Real growth might take months or even years. But every piece of content you publish is a digital asset that can work for you forever. 1 video can suddenly take off and change everything. Social media is one of the few places in the world where a person with no connections, no money, and no audience can build influence simply by sharing value consistently. The opportunity is enormous, but it belongs to those who are willing to stay in the game longer than everyone else. Attention is the most valuable currency on the internet today. In a world where billions of people scroll through their phones every single day, the real competition is not about who has the best product or the most followers, but who can capture and keep attention for even a few seconds. Social media platforms are built around this simple idea. Every algorithm is designed to reward content that keeps people watching, engaging, and coming back for more. If you truly understand how attention works, you can grow from 0 followers to a large audience over time. Think about how people behave online. When someone opens an app like TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, they are instantly surrounded by thousands of pieces of content competing for their focus. Within seconds, they decide whether to keep watching or scroll away. That means the first few seconds of your content matter more than anything else. If you cannot capture attention immediately, your message may never be heard, no matter how valuable it is. Attention does not always come from perfection. In fact, some of the most successful content online is simple, direct, and authentic. People are drawn to energy, clarity, and relatability. When someone feels that a creator understands them or speaks honestly about a topic they care about, they naturally stay longer and engage more. This engagement signals to the platform that the content is valuable, which increases the chances that it will be shown to more people. Another important aspect of attention is relevance. The internet moves quickly, and trends change every day. Creators who pay attention to what people are talking about can position their content within those conversations. This does not mean copying others, but understanding the themes, questions, and problems that audiences are interested in right now. When your content solves a problem, teaches something useful, or entertains people in a meaningful way, attention naturally follows. Storytelling also plays a major role in capturing attention. Humans are wired to listen to stories. When a piece of content begins with curiosity, tension, or a relatable situation, viewers are more likely to stay and see how it unfolds. Even a short video can tell a story if it begins with a strong hook and leads the audience toward a clear message or insight. The creators who succeed on social media are not always the most talented or the most experienced. Often, they are simply the ones who understand that attention is the gateway to everything else. Followers, engagement, opportunities, and influence all begin with the ability to earn a few seconds of someone's focus in a crowded digital world. Consistency is one of the most powerful forces behind growth on social media. Many people believe that success online comes from one viral post or a perfectly produced video, but the reality is very different. Growth usually happens through repeated effort, small improvements, and the willingness to show up every single day. When someone begins creating content, especially with 0 followers, it can feel discouraging to see very few views or little engagement. But the creators who eventually succeed are the ones who understand that consistency builds momentum over time. Every time you post a piece of content on platforms like TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, you are giving the algorithm another opportunity to understand who you are and what your content is about. These platforms rely on data. The more you publish, the more signals the system receives about your niche, your style, and the type of audience that might enjoy your content. Over time, this helps the algorithm connect your posts with the right viewers. Perfection often becomes the biggest enemy of consistency. Many new creators spend hours trying to make one post flawless. They worry about lighting, editing, background music, or whether every sentence sounds perfect. While quality does matter, waiting for perfection usually leads to fewer posts and slower growth. Social media rewards volume and learning through action. Each piece of content is an experiment that teaches you something about what works and what does not. Consistency also builds trust with an audience. When people discover a creator who posts regularly, they begin to expect new content and look forward to it. This rhythm creates familiarity. Over time, viewers start to recognize the creator's voice, style, and perspective. Familiarity turns into trust, and trust turns into loyal followers who support and share the content. Another powerful effect of consistency is skill development. The first few videos or posts someone creates might feel awkward or uncertain, but after producing dozens or even hundreds of pieces of content, the process becomes easier and more natural. Creators learn how to speak more clearly, tell better stories, and capture attention faster. Each post becomes slightly better than the last. Small daily actions can compound into massive results over time. Posting one video every day for a year means creating 365 opportunities for people to discover you. Even if most of those posts receive modest attention, it only takes 1 or 2 strong pieces of content to reach thousands or even millions of viewers. Consistency creates the authenticity has become one of the most powerful forces on social media. In a digital world filled with filters, perfect lighting, scripted messages, and carefully designed images, people are starting to crave something real. Audiences today are more aware than ever, and they can quickly sense when something feels forced or artificial. When a creator speaks honestly, shares genuine experiences, and communicates with natural energy, it creates a connection that polished content often fails to achieve. Social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube have made it possible for anyone to publish content instantly. Because of this, audiences are exposed to thousands of videos every day. The ones that stand out are not always the most professionally produced, but the ones that feel honest and relatable. People naturally gravitate toward creators who speak like real humans instead of sounding like advertisements. Authenticity means showing your true perspective and your real personality. It means speaking about topics you genuinely care about instead of chasing every trend that appears online. When creators constantly try to imitate others, their content often loses its unique voice. But when someone shares their own experiences, lessons, and opinions, the message becomes more memorable. Viewers start to recognize the creator not just for the information they share, but for the way they think and communicate. Another important aspect of authenticity is transparency. Many audiences appreciate creators who talk openly about their struggles, mistakes, and learning process. Social media can sometimes create the illusion that everyone else is succeeding effortlessly. When someone breaks that illusion by admitting challenges and showing the reality behind their journey, it builds trust. Trust encourages viewers to stay longer, comment more often, and return for future content. Authenticity also encourages stronger community building. When people feel that a creator is genuine, they are more likely to interact and share their own thoughts or experiences in the comments. This transforms content from a one-way broadcast into a conversation. Conversations create deeper engagement, and deeper engagement helps content reach a wider audience. The most powerful part of authenticity is that it cannot be easily copied. Anyone can replicate a trend, but no one can replicate another person's life experiences, mindset, or voice. This uniqueness becomes a creator's greatest advantage. Instead of trying to appear perfect or impress everyone, authentic creators focus on delivering value in a way that feels natural to them. Over time, that honesty becomes the foundation of a strong personal brand that audiences recognize and remember. Short-form content has become one of the most powerful tools for growth on social media. The way people consume information online has changed dramatically over the past few years. Attention spans have become shorter, and users now prefer content that delivers value quickly and clearly. Platforms are designed to keep people scrolling, which means creators must capture interest in just a few seconds. When someone understands how to use short-form content effectively, they dramatically increase their chances of reaching a larger audience, even if they are starting with 0 followers. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts have built their entire growth systems around short videos. These platforms actively promote short content because it keeps users engaged for longer periods of time. A viewer might watch dozens or even hundreds of short clips in a single session. This creates an enormous opportunity for creators because every video becomes a chance to be discovered by someone new. The most important element of short-form content is the opening moment. The first 2 or 3 seconds determine whether a viewer continues watching or immediately scrolls away. A strong hook captures curiosity instantly. This could be a surprising statement, an interesting question, or a bold idea that makes someone want to hear more. If the opening creates curiosity, the viewer is far more likely to stay until the end of the video. Clarity is another critical factor. Because short videos move quickly, the message must be simple and direct. Trying to include too many ideas in a single clip often confuses the audience. Successful creators usually focus on one clear idea per video. That idea might be a quick lesson, a useful tip, an inspiring thought, or an entertaining moment. When the message is easy to understand, viewers are more likely to watch the entire video and share it with others. Short-form content also benefits from strong pacing. Every second matters. Creators often remove unnecessary pauses, filler words, or long introductions so the content moves smoothly from one point to the next. This keeps the viewer's attention from beginning to end. Another advantage of short-form content is its potential for volume. Because these videos are shorter and faster to produce, creators can publish more frequently. More posts mean more opportunities for discovery. Over time, a single short video can suddenly gain momentum and reach thousands or even millions of people, introducing the creator to an entirely new audience. Engagement is one of the most underrated strategies for growing on social media. Many creators focus only on posting content, believing that uploading videos or images is enough to build an audience. But social media was never designed to be a one-way broadcast. It was built for interaction. The creators who grow the fastest are often the ones who spend just as much time engaging with their audience as they do creating content. When someone leaves a comment on a post, they are doing more than simply reacting to the content. They are starting a conversation. Responding to that comment shows the audience that their voice matters. This simple interaction builds a stronger relationship between the creator and the viewer. When people feel noticed and appreciated, they are far more likely to return, engage again, and support future content. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube also pay close attention to engagement signals. Comments, replies, shares, and likes all indicate that a piece of content is meaningful to viewers. When a post generates strong interaction, the platform's algorithm often interprets this as a sign of quality and begins to show the content to a wider audience. This means that engaging with viewers can indirectly increase reach and visibility. Another important part of engagement is asking questions. When creators invite their audience to share opinions or experiences, it naturally encourages more participation. A simple question at the end of a video or post can open the door for dozens of responses. Each response becomes another opportunity for interaction and conversation. Over time, this builds a sense of community around the content. Engagement also extends beyond replying to comments. Creators can interact with other accounts in their niche by liking, commenting, and sharing thoughtful feedback on their posts. This activity increases visibility within the community and often leads to new viewers discovering the creator's profile. Social media platforms reward accounts that behave like active members of the community rather than passive broadcasters. Consistent engagement gradually transforms an audience into a loyal group of supporters. When people feel connected to a creator, they begin to share the content with friends, defend the creator in discussions, and celebrate their success. These relationships create a powerful foundation for long-term growth. Instead of treating social media like a stage where a creator speaks and everyone else listens, successful creators approach it like a conversation where every interaction becomes an opportunity to strengthen relationships and build a thriving digital community. Patience and long-term thinking are essential for anyone who wants to grow on social media. Many people begin their journey with excitement and motivation, but that excitement quickly fades when results do not appear immediately. The truth is that meaningful growth rarely happens overnight. Social media success is usually the result of hundreds of posts, continuous learning, and the willingness to keep going even when the numbers seem small in the beginning. When someone starts with 0 followers, every post might feel like it disappears into the void. A video might receive only a handful of views, and a thoughtful post might receive very few likes. This early stage can be frustrating, especially when other creators appear to grow quickly. However, what many people fail to see is the amount of time and effort those creators invested before their growth became visible. Behind every account with thousands or millions of followers is usually a long period of consistent effort that happened quietly. Platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram reward persistence over time. Every piece of content you publish becomes part of your digital footprint. Even if a post does not perform well immediately, it still contributes to your overall presence. Over weeks and months, these pieces of content begin to accumulate, creating a library that new viewers can discover when they come across your profile. Long-term thinking also allows creators to improve without feeling pressured by short-term results. Instead of worrying about the performance of a single post, patient creators focus on learning from each experience. They observe which ideas resonate with viewers, which hooks capture attention, and which topics generate meaningful conversations. With each new post, they refine their approach and gradually develop stronger content. Another important aspect of patience is understanding that growth often happens unpredictably. A creator might post consistently for months with modest results, and then suddenly one piece of content reaches a much larger audience. This moment can introduce thousands of new viewers to the creator's work. When those new viewers explore the profile and see a large collection of valuable content, they are far more likely to follow and stay connected. Patience transforms social media from a stressful race into a long journey of improvement and discovery. Creators who embrace this mindset understand that every post is simply another step forward, another opportunity to learn, and another chance for the right audience to eventually discover their voice. Patience and long-term thinking are some of the most important qualities for anyone trying to grow on social media. Many people begin creating content with excitement, expecting fast results and rapid follower growth. When those results do not appear quickly, frustration begins to replace motivation. The reality is that social media growth usually takes time, effort, and persistence. Most successful creators spent months or even years posting content before they experience significant growth. When someone starts with 0 followers, the early stage can feel discouraging. A video might receive only a few views, and a thoughtful post may go unnoticed. This situation causes many creators to stop too soon, believing that their content is not good enough or that the platform is unfair. In reality, the algorithm is still learning about the creator's content and trying to find the right audience. Growth often begins slowly because the system needs data to understand who might enjoy the content. Platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram reward creators who remain consistent over time. Every piece of content that is published becomes part of a creator's digital presence. Even if a post does not perform well immediately, it still contributes to building a larger library of content that future viewers can discover. Over time, this collection of posts begins to represent the creator's ideas, experiences, and value. Long-term thinking also helps creators improve their skills. Each piece of content provides feedback about what works and what does not. Some videos may capture attention quickly, while others may struggle to keep viewers interested. By observing these patterns, creators learn how to improve their storytelling, delivery, and messaging. This gradual improvement happens naturally when someone continues creating without giving up too early. Another important reality of social media is that growth is often unpredictable. A creator might post consistently for months with modest results, and then suddenly one video begins to gain traction. That single piece of content can introduce thousands of new viewers to the creator's work. When those viewers visit the profile and see many other valuable posts, they are far more likely to follow and engage. Patience changes the way creators approach the entire process. Instead of chasing instant success, patient creators focus on building value step by step. They understand that every post is an opportunity to improve, reach someone new, and strengthen their presence in the digital world while continuing the journey forward with steady determination. Growing on social media in 2026 is not about luck, expensive equipment, or already having thousands of followers. It is about understanding how the digital world truly works and committing to the process with discipline and patience. Anyone can start with 0 followers, but the people who succeed are the ones who focus on the fundamentals that actually drive growth. First, attention is the gateway to everything online. If you learn how to capture attention in the first few seconds, your message has the chance to travel far beyond your immediate circle. In a world filled with endless content, the ability to communicate clearly, quickly, and with energy becomes a powerful advantage. Consistency then turns that opportunity into momentum. Showing up repeatedly, creating content regularly, and treating every post as a learning experience builds both skill and visibility. Over time, the simple act of continuing to publish content creates more chances for discovery. Authenticity strengthens the connection between the creator and the audience. People are naturally drawn to honesty and real experiences. When creators share their genuine perspectives, struggles, and lessons, viewers feel that they are connecting with a real person rather than a polished performance. Short-form content accelerates reach in today's fast-moving digital environment. Clear messages, strong hooks, and focused ideas allow creators to communicate value quickly while adapting to the way modern audiences consume information. Engagement transforms followers into a community. Responding to comments, asking questions, and interacting with viewers builds relationships that go far beyond simple numbers on a profile. These relationships create loyal supporters who actively help content spread. Finally, patience ties everything together. Social media growth is rarely instant, but every post, every interaction, and every improvement contributes to a long-term foundation. Creators who stay committed long enough eventually reach the moment when their work begins to gain real momentum. The opportunity has never been more open. A single idea, shared consistently and authentically, can reach people across the world. The real advantage belongs to those who are willing to stay focused, keep learning, and continue creating even when the results are not immediate. Over time, that persistence turns a small beginning into a powerful presence in the digital world.